Hey everybody, Everyday Crypto, CryptoTaxShield.com. Here once again with Jason and John. Jason's my guru. Jason, thanks for being here again for another episode. We're gonna have some real good fun today, some good info.
Absolutely, John. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet. So there's something I'm very, very interested in, and we talked a little bit yesterday about it, and you seem pretty passionate about it. So I just thought, let's make a little episode out of this. I'm very interested in getting involved possibly with the Drip Network and what they're offering. And I know some people are sort of on the fence either way about them, but I know you're an expert in this stuff, so I want to throw it to you and just kind of talk me into it. I really want to get involved with them, but I need some guidance. So I want to turn that over to you.
Yeah, this will be a very interesting topic. Let me tell you my story with Drip, but bear with me. It's going to be a 1.5 year long story.
Sure.
With a great ending.
Love it.
So 1.5 years ago, a buddy reached out to me and said, "Hey man, I found this new project. It's called Hex. I think it's got, home run written all over it. Could you put some eyes on it?"
Right.
I said, "Sure, man, no problem. I'd love to." I immediately started doing homework, and the first piece of homework I found was a very well-known crypto influencer saying that Hex is a scam, and the founder, Richard Hart, is going to go to jail, save your money. Wow. It's a scam. I promise you. And I stopped my research, and I was like, well, there you go. I called my buddy, told him what I heard. And he goes, man, thanks for helping me not get wrecked. And I said, no problem. And I went about my life. And it turns out that Hex in the last 1.5 years has outperformed every asset on Earth that I'm aware of. Wow. And I do a lot of research on assets.
Sure.
So it has greatly outperformed everything.
Crazy.
And, $1,000 would have made you millions. So every day I have to look at Hex and remind myself of the lesson.
Right.
There's a lesson to be had here.
Sure.
That do your own research, right? Mm-hmm. Take other people's opinions, but at the end of the day, do your own research as well.
Right.
Maybe I would have gotten involved in Hex. Maybe I wouldn't have seen it, but I would have had a chance, right?
Sure.
And ever since then, I've done tons of homework and research on Richard Hart and all his other projects.
Right.
He's highly controversial. People either really love him or they absolutely hate him. Mm-hmm. But I've seen a lot of guys who think they're extremely smart debate Richard Hart on his project Hex, and he shreds them.
Wow.
Makes them look like children. Like, his knowledge in crypto is superior to anyone else I've seen. And that's just my honest opinion.
Sure.
He is not behind the Drip Network.
Okay.
But the Drip Network is the next version of Hex.
Gotcha.
In my opinion, it's Hex with better features, right?
Okay.
But I came across the Drip Network while I was watching a YouTube video, and this super cheesy commercial came on that was put together by some random dude who clearly didn't speak well, or maybe wasn't educated. And he seemed very scammy, like he was selling me crypto in a dark alley.
Right, right.
The hoodie, something, right?
Sure.
And I had to laugh. I was like, this is ridiculous. No one's going to fall for this.
Right.
But then I kept watching out of entertainment.
Right.
And then I got to the end of his video, and I said to myself, wow, this reminds me a lot of Hex. Why don't I go to the website and check it out for myself? This wasn't the founder who was doing the video. It was a random participant.
Sure.
So I get to Drip Network's homepage and do some homework. Yep, looks very scammy. It looks like a Ponzi scheme.
I see.
And I can't find the founder. But I refuse at this point to turn away.
Right.
Because of the Hex experience that I had.
Right.
So I do my homework. And I find out that although the founder is not public. He is verified.
Okay.
His name is Forex Shark, and he has been verified by independent audit teams. Okay. And the project itself has 2 independent audits on the code. Okay, I start feeling a lot more comfortable.
Right.
I do some research on who Forex Shark is, because currently I'm unaware.
Mm-hmm.
And I find out he has a history of highly successful DeFi projects that have made people a lot of money.
Wow.
And that his followers swear by him. Like, he's never been part of any rug pull whatsoever.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And he has no interest in being famous. He's not trying to put his name to these projects. He's just that guy.
Right.
And this is his new project, the Drip Network. After all my research, looking at its tokenomics and how it's structured and its incentive programs, I'm extremely bullish.
Okay.
I've invested my own money. If friends ask me, this is my opinion. Right. I think it's an investment. I think it will perform extremely well if this bear market continues.
Okay.
You look at the price performance of Hex over the last year and a half. It performs well during the bull market, but it outperforms everything in the bear market. Like, it doesn't dive hard on a bear market. It actually goes up. Interesting. It's super nice to have these type of assets in your portfolio when things go south. Right. We are now, which this last week we have felt pretty good, right? Sure. So, 2 lessons, right? Look past the first layer. Right. If something looks super great, don't stop your research there and just buy. Dig deeper. Mm-hmm. If something looks super horrendous on the first layer, don't stop there. Dig deeper. Know the whole story, and then you can make an educated decision. Gotcha. Interesting. Both of those phenomenal lessons. And another thing that sort of dawned on me as you were talking is that, with so much information at our fingertips now, regardless if you have a mentor or if you're in a program, you really do have to be careful about who you watch and who you get information from, because like we talked about in previous episodes, sometimes misinformation is done on purpose so that you have to buy into their programs and buy their, click their affiliate links and go down that rabbit hole. But doing research is always important. We've talked about that previously. And it's interesting to see your perspective on this particular project. Because on this, like I said, on the surface, it might look a little off, but you start peeling back the layers of that onion and there's something sweet underneath. If I could say something, our brains since birth in America have been wired to see things certain ways. Sure. And when it comes to finance, we are wired. Mm-hmm. When you first get to crypto, you're going to think everything's a scam. My first project that I saw in crypto offered an 18% yield. And I was convinced absolutely that that's impossible and that's got to be a Ponzi scheme. Right. Because I was raised traditionally, like the Bernie Madoff, who pulled off the biggest Ponzi scheme in history. Mm-hmm. He was only offering 9 to 10% APY per year on his portfolio, and people couldn't wait to give him their money in the billions, because really in traditional finance, 9 or 10% is amazing. Yep. Right. Yep. So when I saw 18, I thought that's impossible. But what you need to realize is this is decentralized finance. Yes. We are taking out the middleman, and when you take out the middleman, that massive amount of profit that always ended up in the middle gets spread out. Right. And you'll be shocked to see how much of that money there was in the middle. Wow. Boy, that's a gem right there. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, that's good advice just for anybody sort of newer or seasoned in this industry. Thank you so much, Jason. This is amazing. This gets my head right in terms of this particular project and how I view projects going forward. So, and it also just proves the point that, having a good mentor, if you're just getting started, or if you need a brush up, and also getting with like-minded people and find your tribe. That's what we're trying to do with Crypto Tax Shield, to make sure that you're making good decisions, sound decisions, and you hit some home runs, but then keep the majority of the money that you make legally and keep your investments sound. So thanks so much for hanging. John, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. And like always, this is not financial advice. Do your own research. This
Absolutely.
is just our opinions. But
absolutely, 100%. Thanks, Jason. We'll do another one again tomorrow.
All right. See you tomorrow.
All right. Take care.